Hi, I'm Joe Mahler and we're in steamy Southwest Florida. I'm going to talk to you today about what I think is kind of an overlooked skill and one that's very useful, and that's casting with your off or non-dominant hand. Okay, so a couple reasons I would do that. I would use it to compare rods. I'd also use it in a sticky situation where I might have to use a backhand cast. We're going to get to that. I'm going to start out and show you the easiest drill to do that. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to start with my right hand, and I'm going to make 3, maybe 5 false casts, and that feels pretty good. And I like that. I'm going to put my non-dominant hand over here, and now I'm going to cast with 2 hands. 2 hands. Now I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to put my hands on my non-dominant side of my head, and I'm going to take my right hand off. Now I'm casting with my left. Now I'm going to put this back over, maybe do this for a couple, this for a couple. There we go. Now I'm just going to switch, make a few with my left hand. Left hand. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make those same few false casts, and then at the end of each stroke or each cast, I'm going to switch. Switch, 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 switch. Now at this point, I can't really tell. It doesn't matter. The rod doesn't care which hand is moving it. Now let's do the same thing and take it a step further. I'm going to make a cast. Now we're going to switch. Instead of at the end of each stroke, I'm going to strip to each forward and back cast. Forward and back. Forward and back. Now, I definitely can't tell which hand's doing which. And the loop looks the same in the back as it does in the front. I'm going to pick this up, go back, make my casts, and just practice doing that. You can even walk around a bit and just make those false casts. Make those false casts. Okay. So now instead of making that backhand cast, which may or may not be accurate, you're going to just pick it up and make it with your offhand. And it's going to be a perfect cast every time. Okay, the other reason I would do that is that's how I compare rods. And I think it's really the very best way to compare rods. So I've got 2 rods here, Epic 5-weight and a 4-weight in carbon fiber. Very similar rods. One's a little shorter, one's a little lighter. And I'm going to make a few casts here. There we go. And I like the way that feels. Now I'm going to switch them. I'm going to switch them. Great. This is also a great way to practice accuracy. If you point to the same spot, the fly's going to go to the same spot. Now I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to go to that target, and now I'm going to pick 2 different targets, and I can hit those. If you want to make aerial men, you can do those. You can do those. Curve casts, however you want to do it. You can work on your roll cast. Back, out we go. Slide it back, out we go. Whatever cast it is that you want to do, you can do easily with your offhand as well as your dominant hand. Okay. Now here's where this really comes in handy. I have 2 very different rods. I have the Epic Graphite 5-weight and I have the Epic Fiberglass 5-weight. They're very different feel. And if you watch the rods, you can feel the difference. You can see the difference. I can feel the difference. Out we go, and now I'm going to switch. Try them with this hand. I can definitely feel and see the difference in those. I'm going to watch the rod tip, and that's how you're going to tell one rod from another. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Practice those skills, and I think you'll be a better caster.